Looking at Rich's artwork is very much like looking at something that's coming into being, something that's forming as you are watching it. He achieves this not by making a picture that describes or depicts anything, but by bringing his materials together in a way so that they not only look like they are reacting to one another, but they actually are doing so physically. The drawing that's involved in his works tends to be more like those tracks and traces we find in fossils, marks that are etched by the natural paths of wind or water or living organisms. His drawing can also resemble writing or calligraphic mark-making, sending us a message the way people, now long gone, left their stories etched into rock walls. Even the sense of design in his works is active, reminiscent of looking at film, of seeing something in motion, or seeing the film strip itself, this series of luminous happenings. This brings us back to the sense of something happening that is in his work, especially in the paintings. When Rich described his process or showed you the work being made in his studio, it always seemed more like alchemy than chemistry. He worked with pigments and oils and various other liquids and substances, and he would move the canvas around, both allowing and encouraging these things to happen, and watching to see if he could get it to all work out. His results showed the intelligence of his approach and also the open-minded faith that he brought to it. The works are usually modest in size, but can be seen as enlargements of activities happening on a cellular level, or they can suggest cosmic occurrences, stars forming, nebula-like clouds of dust and gas that occupy the space between the stars and act as a star nursery, creating new worlds. Rich used silkscreen inventively in many sets of work. His subtle sense of humor comes out in this set, entitled Crime Scenes. They seem abstract at first, but as Rich showed me, they were actually based on the chalk outlines the police make around a body. I get the sense they could be from a modern mystery story, or they could recall the shadow, hand, and body stencils left by ancient people. In a similar way, Rich's Box of Lies series from 2017 used silkscreen to create a limited graphic language of form to communicate the political and social frustration of the time and anticipate the time ahead. He engaged issues in a way that seemed effortless and was always artistic. Rich's experiments in printing were often simple. He would set up a small silkscreen and repeat print forms in conjunction with paint. Within his imposed limitations, he could achieve marvelous results. In this set of small works, he uses close values and luminous hues to set up an elegant color structure. They're an example of Rich's work that will linger in our minds and leave their effect with us. In an essay entitled, "I'm Not Lost, I'm Exploring," Rich wrote this about his work. "My art is my poetry. Stories, characters, and emotional states, suggested as much as told. In the process of creating a work, I stretch and explore beyond the range of my palette and vocabulary, beyond my conscious intention. So, yes, at times I do feel a bit lost along the way. That said, I try to create and find images that resonate on emotional and intellectual levels. A successful work for me engages the viewer in a dialogue." Rich exhibited his work with us in the art project and in shows at drawing rooms. He was a consistent supporter who helped us as we started a new gallery space, and this year he became a board member of our nonprofit. He was a good friend to us, and his life and work affected many people. We are fortunate that he gave us these ways that we can share in his world.